The manga opens with a group of boys buzzing excitedly about a newly released game. Suddenly, the protagonist boasts that he's already conquered it 4 times, but instead of admiration, he's met with harsh ridicule. They dismiss him coldly and tell him to buzz off. Fast forward to the present day. Mikage Teru is the quintessential introvert, immersed in his gaming world as if nothing else exists. While deeply engrossed in his handheld console during class, he overhears his classmates whispering about another hot new release, but he tunes them out completely. The chatter shifts abruptly, turning into odd murmurs about the school's reigning queen, the most beautiful and brilliant girl around. She strides into the classroom like royalty, instantly drawing a flurry of compliments and requests from her admirers. Mikage sighs in relief once the crowd disperses, leaving him in peace. A narrative voice interjects philosophically, the weak cower in the shadows of the grass, while the strong stride boldly under the sun's glare. Meanwhile, Mikage suffers a frustrating defeat in his game and continues eavesdropping on the classroom buzz. Fed up with his solitary existence, he daydreams about having a gaming buddy, though deep down, he knows it's a pipe dream. The scene jumps to the arcade later that evening. True to form, Mikage plays alone, losing track of time until exhaustion hits around 10 p.m. As he heads for the exit, he spots a girl struggling at a machine. Intrigued by her poor skills, he offers some tips, but she still loses, and explodes in fury, grabbing him by the collar and accusing him of sabotaging her. Mikage protests, insisting he carried the team, but she storms off after releasing him, leaving him bewildered. Spotting a dropped pass case on the floor, Mikage picks it up and rushes out to return it. Nervous about confronting the fiery stranger, he searches the streets and accidentally bumps into a passerby, who apologizes and hurries away. Drawn by suspicious noises from a nearby alley, he peeks in and discovers the same girl in a tense standoff. Glancing at the pass case for clues, he realizes she's none other than the school's popular idol. He calls out her name hesitantly, only to be met with a chilling death glare. Cornered, she demands to know if he's the type who can keep a secret. The next day dawns, and miraculously, Mikage is still breathing, though his ordinary routine is shattered by the secret he uncovered. He'd fled the scene faster than lightning the night before, but she tracks him down at school, her eyes sharp as daggers. Denying her accusations falls flat, she sees right through him. Her demeanor turns icy as she warns that escape is impossible. Mikage apologizes profusely, swearing he told no one. She grips his face, forcing eye contact, and ignores his concerns about getting caught. Instead, she threatens unimaginable pain if he spills her double life. Desperate, Mikage explains his loner status means he has no one to confide in. Skeptical, she declares she'll shadow him constantly until she can trust him, effectively ending his introverted bliss. Resigned, Mikage agrees, and true to her word, she tails him to the arcade after school. He questions if she'll just lurk until he leaves. She affirms it's part of the deal. As time passes, she softens, realizing his isolation is genuine. Probing gently, she asks if he truly has no friends, a question that stings like a direct hit. She mutters something about friends, but brushes it off when he inquires. Uneasy in her presence, Mikage focuses on his game, but she soon complains that the machine must be broken because it's not fun. He counters bluntly that she's just terrible at it, sparking her realization that he's calling her trash. Short-tempered, she challenges him to a high-score duel, which he accepts. Predictably, Mikage wins, and she teeters on the edge of a meltdown. Bracing for violence, he's stunned when she bursts into tears and rolls on the floor in frustration, revealing a surprisingly childish side. Confused, he tries to soothe her, but she accuses him of cheating. When he asks why she's so upset, she confesses her drive to excel at everything. Impressed by her determination, she begs him to teach her the game. Mikage hesitates, but her persistence wins out. A week of intense gaming sessions follows, with Mikage patiently calming her outbursts and guiding her skills. Exhausted from the chaos, he slumps one day, prompting her concern. She offers him a smoke, chattering nonstop before he can respond. Shutting her up playfully, he asks when she started the habit. Flustered, she wonders if he likes her. He denies it, affirming he's not emotionless. She opens up. Smoking began as she ventured out more, weary of her perfect, affluent persona at school. Mikage points out her popularity and friends, but she scoffs, explaining they're drawn only to her status and wealth. Lose that, and you're discarded like garbage, leaving awkward voids. Caught off guard by his empathy, Mikage chats more freely and compliments her genuine looks and spirit. Blushing angrily, she accuses him of trying to sound cool and shoves a cigarette into his mouth. In a bold move, she lights it with her own, their faces inches apart, murmuring, "It's lit," as he flusters and spits it out in panic. Back in class the next day, she calls him out casually, saying she'll head to the arcade first, and he should catch up. As Mikage walks the halls lost in thought, two girls who've been watching him pull him aside. Outside, they interrogate his connection to her, claiming to be her friends. Before he can explain, they unleash a tirade, bad-mouthing him and demanding he back off. Defending her character, Mikage gets cut off as they mock his invisible status at school, a ghost even teachers ignore. They pile on the insults, labeling him a nobody unfit for her, then saunter away. Devastated, Mikage breaks down, vowing not to drag her into his mess. Arriving late at the arcade, he apologizes, but she senses his turmoil and lets it slide. During their game, he notices her improvement and praises her sincerely, making her blush. Soon, she pulls off an upset victory against the pro. Stunned, she asks if he held back. He assures her he didn't, admitting she's surpassed him. With her goal achieved, Mikage suggests they part ways to avoid tarnishing her reputation. Shocked, she stutters in protest, but he insists it's for her safety, apologizing for the trouble. Lifting his gaze, he sees tears streaming down her face. "You're just like the rest," she whispers, fleeing in heartbreak. Alone with his games, Mikage feels an emptiness. The fun has evaporated without her. Realizing she treated him as a true equal, not a plaything, he abandons his solitude and dashes after her, hope igniting in his chest. Meanwhile, she's cornered by a gang of delinquents in an alley, outnumbered and bloodied. A backstory flashes. She's no stranger to fights, often stepping in to protect others. One thug demands if she wants the turf or them gone, but before things escalate, Mikage arrives, smashing a backpack into the leader's face and knocking him down. Checking on her, he extends a hand. "Let's go." They bolt into the rain, but her ankle injury forces him to carry her piggyback. Grateful yet confused, she asks why he came back. He reveals his sharp memory. He'd seen her secretly defending a girl from harassers weeks ago. She denies being heroic, claiming it was just anger, but he presses. "Do you really need a reason to help a friend?" The word friend stops her cold. She echoes it softly, a shy smile breaking through as they blush and chat under the downpour. She suggests meeting at their usual spot for more games. The next day, she calls him out boldly, now dressed in full delinquent style, defiant and unapologetic, since the school has no strict dress code. Whispering teasingly, she reminds him he's the one who made her his friend, so he must take responsibility. Together, they step out, ready to hang out and forge their unlikely bond.